I wrote a lot of things that didn't make it in the book because I was like, this is maybe for God's eyes only.
Where did you find the strength to not only write about it, to put it on paper and put it out there for the world to see?
I did really believe that if I didn't get this out of me, it was going to cause cancer or some kind of chronic illness because it was just living inside of me, eating me alive.
This is a side of Megan Fox few have seen. Known for her scene-stealing roles in the blockbuster Transformers franchise.
It squirts the fuel in so you can go faster.
Oh. I like to go faster.
And the cult classic Jennifer's Body. And in music videos, like Machine Gun Kelly's Bloody Valentine. The Hollywood star now stepping into a new role as an author.
You said your freedom lives in these pages.
Yeah.
Do you feel liberated now that it's out there?
In many ways, yes. There's a lot of rather dark subject matter written about in the book, and so there's the freedom of having finally put it somewhere.
This new book of poetry, a part diary, part metaphorical work of art, detailing her tumultuous and sometimes volatile love life.
True love, twin flame, trusted friend, naive girl, so many secrets hiding behind your scorched earth temper. I would say at different periods throughout my life, I was dealing with some really heavy experiences with different people.
That involved physical, emotional, and mental violence, essentially.
Yes.
There is one poem, and the entire poem is I hate men 7 times.
Yeah. I just want to say the book is written specifically from my victim mentality, my victim self, who that's not a holistic representation of who I am and what I believe, but it's a poetry book. I'm not trying to encourage anybody to hate men, but is this a book about how part of me hates men? For sure.
It seemed so dark and so real when you talk about someone spitting on your face and smudging it and holding you down and hitting you and then falling asleep on top of you so that you couldn't call police.
Intentionally, yeah. That's all real. Those are all real experiences, yeah. That's probably the most graphic poem that I wrote.
By sharing her harrowing past, Fox says she's now reclaiming her voice.
As I was reading, if some of it was also a metaphor for how you were treated in Hollywood.
Some of it is definitely a metaphor. None of it is what I would call fictional. Those are all real life experiences that I had, speaking about my career in Hollywood and about how I've had to go up against some of the most powerful men in the world, and the mirror that I've had to be for them and the way they've projected onto me. And so that definitely is not really a metaphor, but that is a poem addressing that specifically, yeah.
Despite her blockbuster hits with some of entertainment's biggest names, she says it was her role in Jennifer's Body.
I am a god. Okay.
That proved to be a poignant experience for her.
I have so many girls in particular coming up to me and saying, like, you helped me come out to my parents, you helped me realize I was gay or bisexual, or you helped me, like, understand my sexual identity. I'm so grateful that I was a part of something that has affected people in that way. That's the only thing that's, for me at least, rewarding about being a celebrity. The rest of it is kind of terrible.
Terrible, and she says sometimes painful. But one thing she's not revealing in her book: names of the accused.
This is not an expose that I wrote or a memoir. I'm not trying to draw attention to who those people were or were not. But throughout my life, I have been in at least one physically abusive relationship and several psychologically very abusive relationships.
When you decided that you wanted to do this, who in your personal life was your biggest supporter?
The person who actually told me I should write a poetry book is Colson.
Colson Baker, also known as Machine Gun Kelly. The artist and Fox romantically linked up nearly 3 years ago. She writes about their love story in the book, and also the intimate moment of losing a pregnancy.
We were not able to see a pregnancy through at one point in our relationship, and there was a tremendous amount of like grief and an emotional fallout that we went through together. I obviously went through a space where everybody blames themselves, like he blames himself, I blame myself, and why did this happen? And if she could have said goodbye to us, if she could have told us why she was leaving, do you think she would have?
Fox now transforming the trauma she says she faced onto pen and paper. Her message to women: you don't have to stay silent.
It gives like an elegant place for your pain to live. To put it into art makes it useful to other people, and so you don't just suffer with it on your own.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.